Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today at Picture Me Married, which is a Wedding 101 webinar. My name is Shakina Nicole. I am a public relations specialist at Photo Booth 313, which is the leading provider for photography, specifically wedding venues. Today's first guest will be Haley Latorla, owner of Detroit Captivated, who's an elite wedding planner for the Detroit metro area. Just a little housekeeping. Before we get started with the great presentation, if you have any questions during this presentation, please type them in the questions box, which will be to your right control panel. We will be answering all questions at the end of these topics. Now, without further ado, we would like to present to you Mrs. Haley Latorla. Hello again, everyone. My name is Haley Latorla. I am an event planner and business owner. I create fantasies for my clients, and I try to do so without totally exhausting their budget. So if you tell me your budget is $15K, I'm going to try to do the best I can to give you what you want for $11K instead. As a wedding planner, I understand that money is limited for some and saving it is just important for all. So hopefully today I can teach you guys some very important money saving and stress relieving tips. Okay, so now you're engaged. It's 2016. First thing is first. You have to upload that first selfie to Instagram, right? Then you celebrate, you share the news with your granny, your family, your friends, and you do the optional engagement party. Okay. So after all of that, the next thing that you want to do, which is very important, is you want to go ahead and ensure that ring. This step is often forgotten, but it's just as important as the wedding dress. So now that you have that all squared away, it's time for the exhausting thing. Nobody likes to do this one, but it is time to go ahead and set that budget. Now, I'll give you some little housekeeping tips as well. The average cost of a wedding is $31,213. I know. Just thinking about that number just makes you want to elope. But the breakdown percentage is included in the PowerPoint presentation. But if you look at it, you'll see that it only gives you 3% of the cost that covers the actual ceremony. Isn't that crazy? 50% of that cost is the reception. Thanks to social media, you now have to spend a ridiculous amount of money to impress your guests. Social media has put so much pressure in couples to have a picture-perfect wedding worth sharing with the world, since everybody at the wedding will have their phones out, Snapchatting, recording, uploading to Facebook. So, don't get caught up in the hype. To cut down the budget, avoid a large guest list. If you can, hold the ceremony outdoors. It's cheaper. Hire a family caterer. That's also cheaper. Minimize the amount of flowers. I know they are very, very pretty, but if you have less of them, you spend less. And last but not least, you want to make your own invitations. So now that we have chosen the budget, we can move right along with the good part, which is picking the date. There are plenty of things to help you decide what date you want to get married. For instance, is it symbolic to you? Are you going to get married the same day as your grandparents, or are you going to get married on the same date that you first met? You also want to think about season. June, August, September, and October are the most popular times to get married, so the prices are higher. Next, you want to go ahead and think about picking that venue. So you want to ask yourself questions such as, can I afford this venue? Is this venue available on my wedding day? Does the venue capacity fix my guest list? Who should I invite? How many guests? How big? All of that is going to scream at you And I know that part is stressful as well, but you definitely want to figure that part out, because without that, you cannot pick the right venue. Now, on to the fun part. The fun part is the actual entertainment. There are so many choices that you can choose from, such as photography, surprise first dances, karaoke. You can hire a musician, or you can hire Detroit's #1 reason to smile, which is Photo Booth 313. And I will let Shakina Nicole come back on to explain to you exactly what that is and what their company does. Hi, you guys. So, Detroit Photo Booth 313 is the hottest trend since selfie sticks. We are a fully assured photo booth, and we pride ourselves on offering the highest quality entertainment and photos. So, you can save your battery life, put away those iPhones, Samsungs, and those Bucky camcorders, and you can let Photo Booth 313 create some of the unforgettable memories, lifetime memories that you will have for your special event. Now I will turn it right back over to Haley. Hi, you guys. Last but not least, we asked for some advice. So I know you guys are wondering what is some good tips that I can give to you, and I actually do have some. So these seem simple, but again, they are very important. So you definitely want to figure out the length of your ceremony. How many hours come with your photography package? How early can you get into your venue space on your wedding day? And how many people should be allowed to give a toast? Yes, yes, it sounds simple, but they are actually very important. It holds a lot of power for your wedding day. Now, we would like to leave you with this beautiful wedding that was filmed right here at the Detroit Opera House, celebrating Sydney and Daniel, which was a wedding that I did do. So I do want you guys to go ahead and view this video. I hope you like it. And also, I hope you love it, because I really spent a lot of hours on this one here. And I really hope you guys enjoy it. So I'll go ahead and turn it right back over to Sydney and Daniel.
So I'll first share what Daniel wrote about Sydney. Sydney is filled with love. She is smart and hardworking. She always manages to make my day better. Her laugh is infectious and brightens my day. She is fiercely loyal. She stands by me at all times. Are you happy, Sydney? Okay. Daniel is strong. I am so proud of him. He is one of the most caring individuals that I know. Daniel's love has helped me to grow in my faith. We cannot wait to take this next step in our lives together.
Hi, you guys like the video? Well, I'm glad that you liked it. Hi, Shakina. Thank you, Haley. We will go ahead and take some questions. Now, just as a reminder, please be sure to type your questions into the question box that's on the right at your control panel. So let's see what questions we have for today. Looks like someone is typing. Yes, it looks like we do have Tia. Tia has a question. Okay, and Tia's question is, what sides are we supposed to stand on during the ceremony? Good question, Tia. If you're in a church facing the altar, the bride stands on the left side and the groom on the right. Guests of the bride and groom should follow suit, sitting on the same side of whoever they know best or who they're related to. Okay, it looks like we have an incoming question from Nicole. And Nicole asks, what's the best way to greet guests if I don't want a receiving line? That's a good question, Nicole. So instead, what you would do is you would greet your guests during the reception by going from table to table during the first course. Of course, you do want to make sure that you eat yourself. With brides, sometimes they get carried away and they don't even eat during the ceremony. So definitely check that. Also, make sure that you make a short speech thanking the guests for coming and giving shout outs to the vendors and also the parents. Okay, Haley, it looks like that is all the questions that we have. And Haley, is there anything else you want to cover before we wrap up? No, Shakina, I think that we're good now. Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure being with you today. Great. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here. To inquire about Haley's service, please visit her website at www.detroitcultivated.com. For more information about Photo Booth 313, please visit photobooth313.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at photobooth313. If you guys don't mind, please complete your 5-question survey you will receive by email about your webinar experience. Thanks again for joining us today, and we will see you next time. Bye.